Saibhai, this Indian team, no matter whatever hiccups they might have, because we thought they were having some issues in the batting, in the end, it was a runaway victory by the Indian team.
Yes, easy win by the Indians. I think thanks to the bowlers. And that's where I think India's strength lies in recent times. They've got such variety in bowling and so many options in bowling that they can defend small totals like this as well. Bangladesh did get off to a decent start, not as bright as India did. India got 70 something in the first 6 overs. Bangladesh got 44. But the fact that they'd got 44 for 1 meant that they'd got a nice little platform in which to score the next 120 to 25 runs to win the game. They weren't able to do it because India's bowlers bowled really, really well.
Talking about India's bowler, those two standout bowlers for India are a certain Kuldeep Yadav with 3 wickets and a Jasprit Bumrah. These are the two bowlers that we were sweating over in that Pakistan game because they are India's #1 match winners. What they've shown us here is that at best they'll have one off day, nothing more than that.
Well, everybody is entitled to an off day, and we all know Jasprit Bumrah is the best bowler in all 3 formats of the game, Test, One Day and T20s. And he showed that here again today. His rhythm was very good. Against Pakistan, he looked off colour. He looked off colour. Sometimes you can have just one of those days off. Today he was absolutely fine, raring to go, coming and releasing the ball well, good high action, getting the ball to move both ways. And that first couple of overs that he bowled to the Bangladesh batters, they had little clue as to what was happening.
Okay, even Tilak Verma chipping in with a wicket there. So you had enough in your tank left to even give some bowling to part-timers. Anyway, while it's been another clinical performance by the Indian team, we're going to look at a few problem areas because in the final you can't afford to slip up at all. Let's start with that second half. I think India got their 100 in the first 10 overs. From there on, just 68 runs only. Where would you put down that trouble to?
I think sometimes, when you're looking to give batters some practice, you tend to move your batting order just that little bit. But I don't think there should be too much of a change in the batting order. And that can affect the rhythm of the team. Like everything else, like batting, bowling, you need that rhythm. Similarly, batting order also needs a rhythm. Sometimes, occasionally, you can push somebody up to looking at the circumstances. But to push a finisher at number 3 like Dubey is a finisher at maybe 5 or 6. To send him up the order was a little bit difficult, particularly because you yourself as captain had not scored runs in the previous game. It was important for you, the captain, to come in and get a few runs. You came at number 4 and he got out, so looking to play the same shot again. That's a very productive shot for him, no question about it. But when you're not when you're getting out to that, maybe you should not play it till you've really got a feel of the surface. You've been moving around. Then, when you've got maybe 25, 30 runs, then you can come to play that shot. But I think that is probably one area that India might have just faltered a little bit. Luckily, the bowlers saved their skin.
One of the biggest reasons that India have been so dominant in this tournament has been the form of Abhishek. He's been getting those 70 odds consistently, and then that's why India has been doing rather well. On the flip side, do you think that could be a sign that Indian team needs to be worried about, that it's only him, every time he scores you're winning, everyone else not really chipping in?
No, I don't think that is the case. Yes, of course, his contribution is enormous. But look at the partnerships that he's having with Shubman Gill. If Shubman was not scoring runs, then there would be an issue. But because there is a partnership, he can play his game without worrying about what's happening at the other end. Normally, when things are not going well at the other end, then the batter who's also scoring runs, hitting the ball as well as Abhishek Sharma, he also starts to fret and think what's happening, lots of dot balls happening at the other end. That's not what's happening. So it is a team effort. And yes, I think you would be a little bit concerned about the fact that, Surya Kumar Yadav after that first game hasn't really scored runs. Shivam Dubey hasn't had much. You've had maybe Sanju Samson also. But Tilak Verma has got a few runs. Hardik Pandya batted superbly today. So those are the two big pluses. Tilak Verma in the game against Pakistan and Hardik Pandya's form today.
Talking about the big pluses, do you think this is again a blessing in disguise? You lost the toss today, have batted first, because people would say batting first you can't win in Dubai. So at least you're prepared for the final. Any sort of a situation, you're ready for it?
Yes, actually. This team is ready for anything. And the final will be a completely different story because in terms of their attitude, approach, etc. Maybe they might have relaxed just a little bit against Bangladesh. in the sense very confident. Look at their record against Bangladesh. It's been a fabulous record. Similarly, I mean, you can say the same with Pakistan as well. But Pakistan seems to have a lot more possible match winners than Bangladesh had. And so defending 168 against Pakistan might not be easy. While defending 168 against Bangladesh and winning by 40 odd runs just tells you that Bangladesh just didn't quite have that oomph to take them across the line.
That brings me to my next question. India through to the final. Next game, which is going to be in less than 20 hours from now for Bangladesh. They'll have to be back at this ground playing a virtual semi-final versus Pakistan. You've seen both teams throughout this tournament. Who are you picking to win that encounter?
Oh, Pakistan. Pakistan's got more match winners than Bangladesh. It's not going to be easy for Bangladesh to play two back-to-back matches because, today was a pretty good day in terms of heat and humidity. It wasn't as bad as earlier days. So, despite that, of course, having played a game today, never easy for another team to come and play back-to-back T20 games. So, with the kind of attendant pressure, playing against India and playing against Pakistan. So, it'll be a surprise if Bangladesh get through. But I think Pakistan will just carry too many guns for them.
Last couple of questions coming up. We have a couple of minutes left with Mr. Gavaskar. You're watching Desert Storm live on India Today. Again, that one area which we never thought Indian team will falter because they've been so good in the field. Fielding 2 matches in a row, you've left a lot of catches.
I think it could be maybe they're not quite, they may have to field a lot more practice at night because sometimes the speed at which the ball falls in the night sky is sometimes not easy. Sometimes you tend to close your fingers a little bit earlier. Sometimes you don't close your fingers. You think the ball is coming, and you sometimes miss the ball by about a foot or so. So I think that is something that they'll really have to practice. Never easy. Also to take into account that because of the breeze that is there, the ball that looks like coming into your hands can move somewhere else. So I think that means that they'll need to put over the next couple of days. Tomorrow is a day off for them. Hopefully they'll be able to come in and put some hard yards as far as catching practice is concerned.
They have a day off. Now the Sri Lanka game will also be inconsequential for both teams. Sri Lanka knocked out, India through. Another opportunity, you would want to rest a few players. How would you see India go in that particular encounter?
I think only resting Jasprit Bumrah. That'll be the thing because you saw him, with his rhythm today. So he might have looked off color against Pakistan. He's running in well. He bowled brilliantly today. Yes, he was carted for a 6, but generally he bowled really well. So he would be the only guy that you would want to rest because then he gets Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days off before he comes in for the final on Sunday.